Tonight, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals versus Jameis Winston and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they come in at 15-0, one win short of a perfect regular season.
It is something we've only seen a couple of times. Miami in 1972, New England in 2007. We know they're not going to mail it in. They're going to go for it.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The numbers for Mixon last week, 17 carries, 73 yards.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
No, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I'm so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And all the way down to the 12. A big play there for Cincinnati.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They run for it with Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
Throughout his career, few have doubted Jameis Winston's ability to throw the football. The concerns, they've always centered around his accuracy and taking care of it. When he makes good decisions on the field, excellent numbers usually result.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought they were 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought, under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. 2nd and 5 now. Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here we go. From the gun again to Mixon. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage. Not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength. And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit in the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up. And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get the... It's out to the 25. Line as he's dropped at the 23.
Oh, yeah, good job, brother, good job.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, there's blitz coming and down he goes. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know, is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
3rd and long for Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First and 10, Winston. And he slings one that's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Play fake. Winston. Flushed out right. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. The kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to work on.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10.
On their side of midfield at the 47.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And he spins away. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 63 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Quick slant as the throw's complete. And he takes him down to the 10-yard line.
Big, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. A draw play for Mixon. He picks up 7 yards there, but they're still faced with a difficult 3rd and goal here. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. McPherson's kick is good.
And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
And a look now at the game so far for Jameis Winston. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection is... Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of it.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dalvin Cook, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. One play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work.
It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. On second down, here's Mixon. Broken tackle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Come on, Rick.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
2nd and 7.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Here's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, That's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Flush to his right.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Play action now. Winston. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. They'll fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick.
And the Bengals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Finding some room at midfield. Touchdown, Jaguars! Cam Akers, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Gano the extra point. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
No return here for Wilson. To touch back, it'll come out to the 25.
And out now, here come the Bengals. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to someone else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Burrow looking to pass.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 36. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
Gano now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
2nd and 11.
Now Burrow.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
And Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
Picked off at the 48, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Following the interception, Winston. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
With slant caught by Chase.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down. And they'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
Dalvin Cook
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
No return here for Wilson. To touch back, it'll come out to the 25.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Come on, Rick. Check.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 12. Burrow complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line. Now it's Burrow. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Now it's Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. With Evans. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Burrow will throw. He'll flip this out to Evans. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. Right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Winston now to throw on first down.
He will find his man Chase complete.
Touchdown Jaguars.
Jamar Chase.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Jags will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 18 now.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where you see the final score there. Cam Newton, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. Next, let's get over to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Leonard Fournette, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Ezekiel Elliott, a touchdown run in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Jamar Chase.
His second touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Gano the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance, as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight. I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now, to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And this one is incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Devontae Smith
With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. Cincinnati set to take over once again.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes good plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Second down and 8.
Back to throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To the air again, Burrow. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he's going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll drop the throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. Another 3 on the board. He's been the lone bright spot. That's now 4 field goals.
If this offense had finished a few drives, we'd be looking at a different complexion to this ball game because right now, the trade is really wrong for them, isn't it? They're trading field goals while the other team's scoring touchdowns. That's not going to work.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
The last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
And the defense loses him. It's complete.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Jamar Chase
with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Jaguars get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up! Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there sometime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
On the handoff, Evans.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground. Evans again.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Hey, check back, back 6, back 6. 3 buzz.
Burrow on 3rd down. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the...
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just... empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gano the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Jacksonville defense, here they come now.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 24. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field.
And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. DeMarcus Walker in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Hey, check back, back six.
He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's going to be caught in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for Cincinnati.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. This is caught, it's Boyd. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
They'll run on first down with Evans. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
They'll look to throw.
Talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball. They also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. He has been on his A game. We're in the 3rd quarter. He's already in search of touchdown pass number 5.
He's played so well that it's hard for me to take my eyes off of him, even when he's not on the field. I keep finding my eyes finding him on the bench in between series, wondering what he's going to do next. This has been a blast to watch him play the position.
He's been spectacular with those 4 touchdown passes. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Cook. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
133 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. They got his man, complete. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. They go to Freeman again on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. They go play action. Winston. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Devontae Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
No return here for Wilson. To touch back, it'll come out to the 25.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Here we go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. There's a short one caught by Uzama, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. There's a short one caught by Uzama. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start the drive with Cook, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2nd and 8. On play action, Winston. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Jameis to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Winston. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The 1st down throw for Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the gun, Winston.
And Smith, a nice catch. Touchdown! Devontae Smith,
58 yards.
And the Jaguars are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead will swell by one more.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Gano now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Now Burrow on first down. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Hey, check back, six, back six.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Burrow's throw into the hands of Boyd. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. First down. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And Burrow going to throw again. Open man is Uzama.
Missed.
Will not go down. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This is caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action.
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never would show up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Extra point by McPherson, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40. Past the 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown.
It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Gano for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
The Bengals getting set to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Again, it's Burrow. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line.
And that's a more than unacceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. He completes it to Burrow. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now a first carry for their fullback. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. And he's got his big tight end here. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
In today's NFL.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They're looking to throw this. Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play for the Jaguars. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action now. Winston. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Play fake. Winston. This is caught, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Winston to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Personally, I'd rather see them kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing
for pride at this point.
Here we go.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, check back six, back six.
Now Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama.
They got a completion there, but that's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards, we're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cox. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. A final shot now for Burrow. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Jacksonville, they're a win away now from running the table here in the regular season. They moved to 16-0 on the year. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Cincinnati, good night, everybody.